So, you chose the wrong podcast.
Hello everyone, we're back. Where the fuck have we been?
Well, I've been fine. I've been sitting here waiting. I nearly considered doing this by myself for a couple weeks, but I didn't do it. It would have been really boring. I would have got some friends to do it with, and by that I mean I would have done it with my dog, but it would have been something.
Get off me, man. Stop. Oh, fucking hell.
So yeah, basically, Jordi, what happened to you?
I got... Well, first off, I had the really bad cold, which caused the week-long delay in the Infinity War review. And then from that cold, it sort of fucked up my immune system, so it gave me an earache infection. And now I am deaf in my right ear.
Forever? Or has that gone away yet?
I have a ruptured eardrum.
Oh. Is that going to heal itself, though? That doesn't sound too bad.
I hope so. The doctor said it should take a few weeks, but editing's just going to be fun. And it makes watching films in a cinema very strange, because I'm hearing everything through one ear.
That'd kill me. I'd hate that. Is that like having like only one ear? Is it like only having one earphone working?
Yeah.
Oh, that
but
would
like,
kill me.
but the earphone is on like a mono setting, so everything is going through that earphone. It's very strange. Yeah, that's
right.
my life.
And we were gonna do I think we were gonna do a Deadpool, last week. We're gonna do it. We had planned to do something last week as well, and we planned to do something this week as well. I think we planned to, was it Star Wars we planned to do this week?
We were gonna do Star Wars Ranked.
Yeah.
But we can do that after Solo comes out, and we can see where that ranks for us. But yeah, things just...
I think I know where it might go.
I think it might go above Rogue One and below what either probably like Force Awakens or Return of the Jedi. I don't know. Whichever one is the lowest of the sequels or original saga. I don't know. But we're just here to have fun.
What actually happened while we were away? Nothing much. We looked at the news and we just kind of got bored. It was...
Not a lot happened. We...
Infinity War breaking every single record, but then slowing down completely, and it's not going to make 2 billion. I don't think it's going to make 2 billion.
Is it not? Oh.
I don't think it'll make. I think it'll make 2 billion internationally, but it won't even get to 1 billion in domestically.
Oh.
So
is it not beaten like Avatar?
It won't be Avatar now.
Why did Avatar make so much?
China fucking loved that film.
Yeah.
They just loved it. They just could not get enough of it. They went to go see it in IMAX 3D like 600 times, and they were just...
They must have, because holy shit.
They were taken away. They're just...
Will any film ever break Avatar?
I don't know. It'd have to be something that China loves and we love. But clearly there wasn't enough love to keep the legs on Infinity War. Like, of course Infinity War is doing amazing. Like, it's not like it's doing horrific or anything. But...
I think everyone that was involved in making Infinity War is happy with how Infinity War
It's not like it's not like, oh, I'm so disappointed in the box office for Infinity War, the 4th highest grossing movie of all time. But
has it broken? It's broken 1 billion, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's a 1.6 worldwide right now.
Right. So it's more than the budget for the new Lord of the Rings Amazon series, which will focus on young Aragorn.
I don't care.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I've seen Lord of the Rings. I was subjected to them when I was like a sleepover, and we watched them all back to back, and
Dear God.
I couldn't care. I was the extended editions as well, and I wasn't overly fussed by them. I own them, and I think I got them as a birthday present once. But I've not felt the need to go back and watch them.
Mm.
And I saw the Hobbit movies every year where they came out with my dad, and I didn't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a majority of Middle-earth fans are annoyed because Amazon have a chance to do a Silmarillion series, which is what people have been wanting for ages, and they're going with the young.
Explain to me what that is?
The Silmarillion was a sort of history of Middle Earth book that J.K. Rowling, J.R.R. Tolkien wrote, but it's not history of Middle Earth because that's another book. But the Silmarillion was just more stories, sort of.
All right, so it's like an anthology series kind of thing.
Yeah, like the Bible of
I see.
Middle Earth, but and people really wanted to see that be made, but no, we're going with young Aragorn, which I wonder how far ago it would be because Aragorn's quite old in Lord of the Rings when Lord of the Rings takes place. So would he still look like Viggo Mortensen? I don't know. And Peter Jackson's
looking like Viggo Mortensen, you're doing well for yourself.
But he should have played Roland the Shane in The Dark Tower.
Yes.
Or he should
in
the new TV show.
Is Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey not going back for that television show?
No, it's completely different because I think Amazon picked it up. Amazon's just picking up everything. So it's gonna be completely. I think they're starting again, which is
what?
I'm so thankful because Dark Tower was a shit film.
Sorry, I interrupted you mid go with my Viggo Mortensen comment. What were you about to say? It was something about Middle Earth and how I don't care and you don't care about this. Peter Jackson, why is he doing this again?
He said he has a choice of doing this or doing a DC film.
I want him to do the DC film or the episode of Doctor Who he's been promising for the last 60 years.
Yeah, I remember that. That was an exciting time, but it never happened.
The only good thing that would have come out of Stephen Moffat's run.
Because his next film is Mortal Engines, which is about cities on wheels. So that should be fun.
What DC character? Why would... I don't want him to do either of those. I don't want him to do either of those movies.
I think it was rumored he was looking at maybe doing the Justice League Dark film or Swamp Thing, which would be alright. I mean, it would fit sort of what he's done, but with like the fantastical elements. But
I kind of want him to do something.
I want him to do just original films. Yeah.
That's how I feel about this. That's completely. He's a good guy. He's good at his job. He should just do something more original because his Hobbit movies weren't great, and the Lord of the Rings movies are fine, I suppose. They did well for themselves, did they not? They did okay.
I think a lot of people would argue that they're some of the best films
ever made. Yeah. Opinions, though. We've all got them.
Yeah, but Helm's Deep, man. All that Akira Kurosawa inspiration.
Oh yeah, we love Akira Kurosawa inspiration.
Wait, you don't know what Helm's Deep is just by the words Helm's Deep?
Is that a Middle Earth thing?
The big fucking battle at the end of 2 Towers.
Oh, yeah, totally.
How long ago have you? Dear
I've not watched them in a long time. When was the last time you watched them?
Last year I think, because we watched, because we have all the extended Hobbits on Blu-ray and all the extended Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray, so we just watched them all, and it took a while.
I've not seen the Hobbit movies since they came out in cinemas. And
what do you see with your elf eyes?
I think I got put off watching the Hobbit movies because I know the Blu-rays are like 48 frames per second, and that upsets me a great deal.
It does look very strange. Everything is oversaturated to fuck. It's very yellow.
Jordan Steele, what else happened this week or last week?
What else happened this week? Well,
a month ago or a year ago. When was the last time we did this?
In the last few weeks, we got confirmation that Zombieland 2 is coming in 2019.
I love Zombieland. I think it's one of the best comedies of all time. I definitely didn't tell Jordi before this started that I didn't really like the first Zombieland movie.
We now have an audio clip of you saying that, so haha.
Do we actually?
Well, you've just recorded it, you fucking dumbass.
I better make sure I hit record, yeah.
Yeah, why didn't you like it?
I just didn't. I think I watched it too young. I'll watch it, I'll watch it again near the time it comes out.
I genuinely watched it, 2 weeks ago, and I think it's one of the maybe the smartest zombie films of our generation, because it is very much like it does represent what a lot of people would be like in a zombie apocalypse with all these zombie films, because people would be smart and would sort of know what to do.
I see.
But yeah, we're getting Zombieland 2 with all the cast. We're getting.
Are they actually coming back? Is it 100% confirmed? Like, has it got?
I think
it might have just been, we're gunning for this release date, because Rhett Reese and whatever his name was, we're going like, yeah, we want it. We're hoping for a 2019 release date, October 19th or whatever, and then everyone just kind of ran with it. So I was taking it with a grain of salt that it wasn't actually going to happen on that date. No one signed on.
Has no one signed on? Oh,
I don't think anyone signed on.
I don't see what the point of bringing it back without the original cast would be. I'm
here to debunk your rumors. You know, I'm not
here to debunk. Well, I just report on what's been reported.
Basically, we're like the end guy when we just go and scroll for Geek Tyrant or whatever.
We're the voice of the deaf. We tell people what is coming, what's been reported on,
like a week and a half later than.
Yeah, and we tell them they're being stupid, and not to believe everything that's reported.
Yeah, basically. Like, remember when Silver Surfer turned up at the end of Infinity War?
Oh, that was brilliant. I loved it.
Didn't you just?
Oh, what else? So Deadpool 2 came out this week. Cameron, you went to see it first. I went to see it yesterday, so it's fresher in my mind.
Yeah, I'm going to see it tonight, so haha.
Yeah, but we're reviewing it now, so...
Oh, yeah. I suppose I'll be the freshest, but... Not when it counts.
Yeah. What did you think of this film, Cameron?
I liked it a lot. I think everything really works well in this movie. I think there's a couple moments. I think a couple jokes do fail. I think it just has I like the grander scale. I like the new characters. I think I think it works. It has more. I think it's a little bit more emotional. I like kind of what it does different to the first movie, and that's my non-spoilery kind of stuff, because I was being very vague there. How are you feeling, Jordi?
I felt like this film had an unpredictable plot until near the end. So you never really knew what was going to happen, because it kept fucking swerving you until really near the end, when it was kind of obvious what was going to happen. It had a really good soundtrack. Had
the soundtrack is great.
Crazy cameos.
I love a crazy cameo.
Titillating twists.
So this sounds a lot more positive than.
But it left something to be desired. I think it had a lot of fulfilling action. I feel like the chase scenes and the highway scenes were sort of better than the first film. But I think its story was sort of unoriginal and unfulfilling.
Unoriginal how?
Well, it's Terminator 2, almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Wow.
Yes, it is pretty much that. Apart from the sort of Deadpool spin on it, but I feel like that door to sort of.
I think that's what they were doing, were they not? They were trying to do that. Like Cable is just Terminator 2.
But yeah, but I feel like that made it sort of meh. I wanted something more, and I don't know what that more was.
But I feel like I just wasn't. Certain characters to be in it a bit longer, I feel. And
there's a big twist. I feel like the X-Force.
That's where you got fucked over, I think, because I wasn't bothered.
Only one. That. I was entertained by how they did that swerve, but I feel like, I mean, they sort of fixed it in the end because they saved the best character. But it was very confusing for me. I left the cinema feeling like I was like, is that it? Is there more? Have I left the cinema too early?
I didn't feel that at all. I completely disagree with you in every single. I honestly came out of it so hyped. I don't know, how were your audience?
They didn't laugh. They were pretty quiet. Yeah.
I had claps Like I had cheers going on, so I don't know if that affected. It was 8 o'clock on the opening day, so I don't know.
I feel like there are a lot of serious moments in this film, and I feel like some of them didn't land. Like
do you know?
I don't think those bits where he sees a certain character for non-spoilers. I feel like they sort of didn't really matter, and so were sort of useless. I thought he was going to make fun of them.
I thought he might have made fun of them as well, but I can see that's like my kind of like.
It sort of twisted the tone. I feel like this film couldn't really decide on a tone.
I think it decided on the tone. I think it didn't. I don't think it stuck to it in those moments. I think he should have at least cracked a joke during them. I think they wanted to try and be a bit more emotional. I knew how he was going to resolve it completely, like immediately, and I was surprised for a bit, but it does kind of resolve itself later on. But I knew what was going to happen. The emotional bits they worked for me to an extent, but they didn't work as well as they hoped they would, because they did feel a bit kind of out of place. I can see that was, but I completely disagree on the whole. Like, I wanted more from this movie because I got what I wanted, which was just Deadpool quipping at me for 2 hours.
Did the lip sync bother you?
What do you mean?
Well, because Mr. Ryan Reynolds loves to riff a lot in his films and take multiple takes, it means that a lot of the shots and the voiceover of his take didn't match up with his mouth moving, so it felt
they don't do the mouth moving in when they're filming it. They just do the mouth moving in CG.
It still felt very odd, and it didn't look like he was talking sometimes. Or it looked like he did talk when he wasn't supposed to.
I don't know if that might have just been Screen 7 in its ultimate glory there, because it looked fine when I watched it. So, or the fact that Mr. You can't hear at all.
Anytime he's on the ground and it shows his face talking, watch at the mouth movements, because they just didn't line up at all. How did you feel about Brolin as Cable?
He was great. I don't know a lot about Cable as like a character in the comics or anything, but I thought the character was. I thought he was quite funny. I don't think he did. I don't know. You made me think about it. I'm now just starting to question myself.
Because like all the people that could have been Cable, Stephen Lang, Ron Perlman, Russell Crowe, I can still imagine them as Thanos. I don't think Brolin's performance made me go, yeah, Josh Brolin, perfect Thanos. He's the only one that could be Thanos. Yeah.
I was really confused there. You changed midway through there. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's the only person that could be Cable, which is ironic because, weirdly, I feel like he was perfect as Thanos. And he was one of the only people that really could be Thanos, because that's who I see now.
I think anyone could play Cable. I just don't think. I think Brolin was fine. I think he was. I'm trying to think of words to describe him now.
I think again the character. I think a lot of the characters were sort of not quite developed enough. I feel like Deadpool sort of took center stage and sort of hogged the spotlight a lot, and loads of characters were just there. I don't
know. I think they're all sort of pawns in Deadpool's story. I don't think they needed to be anything more, but I can see how. I'm playing ultimate defense for this movie. I don't know why, but yeah, it's not like a masterpiece, but it's good fun. I thought, and I know you didn't think that, so I don't know.
Because I'm not sure. I just can't decide if it's better than Deadpool 1, because I feel like Deadpool 1 was sort of a small, sort of tight story.
I didn't want that again. I really didn't want that again, which is why I was really happy with this movie.
But yeah, with Deadpool 2, it was bigger. It was a more Deadpool film. But then there were loads of the emotional bits that sort of just undercut the tone and sort of threw me off a lot. And yeah.
Would you be saying you got to think, would you be saying the same if they didn't have any like emotional bits? Because they had like a couple in the first one, I suppose.
Yeah.
Would you be a bit disappointed if they didn't even make an attempt to have like a little bit of like slight development or like sadness or whatever, just to kind of so it wasn't non-stop laughs?
I don't know, man. I just feel like they went with a way of making this film, and I don't think it worked. But I don't know how to fix it, which is the problem.
Yeah, so it's difficult.
Because like with Deadpool 1, there wasn't serious moments to sort of undercut it. It was just a long comedy.
Yeah.
But this film felt more. Yeah, it was.
It wanted
comedy.
to be. It was
a parody of superhero films, but with serious moments just randomly.
I think it wanted to be something more than it was, which is why I added that in. And I know it didn't. It didn't. I don't think it
succeeded.
Yeah, it didn't need to be. He should have been cracking jokes in that. It would have made more sense if he was cracking jokes in those dream sequences.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't.
Now, Cameron, I have, I guess, some beef to pick with you. I have a question. How do you really believe that Turn Back Time is better than Believe?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Just because it's a tune. I just like it. It's just I don't like I like the dun 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 in Believe, but I just like if I could turn back time. I just like that more. I just like it. It's just more thingy.
But you have the amazing auto-tune melody of Cher. It's just such a good song. And I would have loved if it ended with Do You Believe in Life After Love, because it fits with the serious tone because of what happens.
Yeah, but Turn Back Time is the ultimate song.
Yeah, but it's only there because he goes back in time.
Yeah,
that's
Cher. Oh my God! Stop questioning Cher, please, man.
Turn Back Time is there because.
So you would have preferred Believe over we should go into spoilers just because.
Right, let's go into spoilers. We're going into spoilers now.
That was a spoiler clap. I don't know why I needed that, but you can put an alarm bell or something. I don't know.
No, it's very odd. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine Believe going over a time traveling sequence. There's no need for that. Turn Back Time, perfect song to go over a time traveling sequence.
But the whole point of the film is that he's trying to find a reason for living after Vanessa dies. And he finds that reason at the end.
Well, that would have been good if there was like you know how there's like the Take On Me bit. And I know I know they used the acoustic version of Take On Me because it's playing in the original version is playing in the background when Vanessa dies.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't see coming. Did you see that coming? Just out of interest, quickly.
Her dying?
Yeah.
No. That's why I said it was very unexpected.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I don't see how she would have fit in this film either way.
Okay. I know because they had Take On Me playing in the beginning. They had Take On Me playing over that bit, like the original one. So they played the acoustic Summer Solstice version, which I quite like. It's weird how that works as a slow song. If they had a cover of Believe playing, like an acoustic version of Believe playing over that. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, see, it's so good.
That would have worked, but I don't think having Turn Back. I think if Turn Back Time is perfect. It's perfect, man.
They should have had Believe in the film, regardless.
Next time.
No.
How do you think this film opens up? I think so. Is Colossus left the X-Men? Is he part of X-Force now? What's the deal with that?
Colossus, I'm not. I don't fucking. What do you mean open up?
As in, like, what do you think there's something in X-Force? Like, what's going to happen now?
Oh right, yeah, Colossus is going to be part because Colossus is part of the X-Force in the comics as well. So they're going with the whole Also, I liked how at the end you'll notice that Deadpool's suit, when he gets sort of blasted by fire, becomes sort of whitish, and that's a reference to his white suit when he's part of the X-Force, and I thought that was pretty smart, but I guess like no one else sort of got it because I was like,
I knew he had a. I didn't know it was part of the X-Force, but I knew he had a white suit. I knew he had like a non-colored suit. So
yeah, whenever he's part of the X-Force, it goes white, and I was like, hey, and no one else is like. Focusing.
I like Deadpool's a very funny movie to watch in the cinema with an audience because people laugh louder when they understand a reference. Have you noticed that before? People will go like "ha" every time. Like, if no one else gets a reference, and he says something that they get, he goes. If someone, so the person
I was the only one that laughed at the one-eyed Willy joke.
That's because I think people see. I've noticed a trend that people seem to laugh less when a joke's in the trailer. So I think that'd be why.
There was a lot of stuff in the, like I said, because he likes to riff a lot. There was a lot of stuff in the trailer that wasn't in the final cut of the film because there's so many takes of Ryan Reynolds pulling his classic.
I actually thought there was a lot of stuff in the trailer that was in the movie, and that was another thing that disappointed me. The fact that Deadpool had different stuff from like the first one had a lot more different stuff, but I could count a couple times when he said stuff from the trailer in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of annoyed me a little bit.
How did you feel about Juggernaut?
I like Juggernaut. You knew he was coming, and because you told me you knew he was coming, as soon as they said, this is the maximum security place, or like, there's the maximum security door, and they were like, oh, that's a whole heap of foreshadowing, I was like, that's Juggernaut, isn't it? It's 100% Juggernaut. That's Juggernaut.
I'd forgotten about him, going into this film, but like, yeah, as soon as it was like, oh, you get the biggest guy in here, I was like, oh, okay, we're good. Juggernaut played by Ryan Reynolds.
Is he actually?
Yeah, that's Ryan Reynolds doing the voice and the fish. I thought it was going to be Stan Lee.
What, Stan Lee?
I thought that was going to be the Stan Lee cameo. I thought they were going to take off Juggernaut's helmet and it was going to be Stan Lee's massive head.
He wasn't even in it, was he?
No.
No.
That's why I was thinking, like, at the final battle, I was like, right, so that's going to be Stan Lee. That's who he's going to be. But no, we never see him after he's brutally murdered.
It wasn't the Essex home for whatever. Isn't that... Didn't they tease that in, like, X-Men Apocalypse? Or something?
The Essex is... the Essex Corporation is the sort of... It's owned by... fucking what's he called? Mr.
Essex?
Sinister, or whatever he's called. Is it Mr. Sinister? Dr. Sinister?
And he wasn't... Was the
Mr. Sinister, yeah.
X-Men Apocalypse's post-credit scene had more to do with Logan than it did to do with anything
X-Men
else.
Apocalypse teased the Essex Corporation having Logan's DNA, which led to Logan, and that's how they sort of cloned Logan. Yeah, so the Essex Corporation were the big bad guy of Logan, and they sort of kept that in. So yeah, this was just a school where they get mutants and they torture them to become less mutant-y, I guess.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's what they do.
There wasn't a part... No one was... Who was the bad guy?
Fire Fist was the headmaster, I guess, was the main bad guy. But
yeah,
there wasn't really a bad guy. Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy, Cameron.
Oh. I am bad, and that is good. I can't remember the entire... My little brother says that to me all the time. I know that saying, and I can't remember the end of it now. It's the guy from Street Fighter, is it not, that says that?
It's Zangief, yeah. Zangief. What else can we say about this film? You gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, because I wanted it to be better than Deadpool 1, and I gave Deadpool 1. I think if it'd be closer to like 3.5 9 or something.
Do you think it's better than Logan?
Oh, that's a long pause. No.
Do you think Deadpool? I thought Deadpool was better than Logan.
I liked Logan a lot, and I've not watched it in a while, and I think it might have fallen for me. I'm not quite sure. I enjoyed. I was one of the people that hyped up Logan. You know, I was like the ones like, oh my god, an R-rated Wolverine movie.
Yeah. I lost hype on Logan the third time I saw it because I was just it's not. I saw the film the first time and I was like, oh, it's the best superhero film ever, and then I saw it the third time. It's like, it's not that good.
I've seen it twice. I think I've seen it. I saw it at the cinemas and then I saw it at home. I've not seen it since. I've not seen it since like beginning of last year, I think.
But you can see that cool black and white version.
Have you seen that version?
No.
No, I don't think it needs that version. Yeah, I think Logan's better than Deadpool 2. I think, but they're different films. You can't. It's one of those ones where you can't compare them because they're very different films. Don't you think?
That's our job. Yeah.
No, but like, I hate Refractory. Like, I've got to compare this comedy against this serious Oscar bait. Like, it doesn't. They could be different. They could be good in their own right. Like, there's different. You judge a comedy on a different way you judge a drama.
But we rate films for fun, Cameron.
I know, but I don't rate them for fun.
I don't, seriously. We don't get paid for this shit, man.
Well, at some point I will. I'm going to start a blog.
Until we get sponsored. Because today's sponsor is...
Your mom. Give her a call. She misses you. Give her a call.
Cocodamol tablets.
Oh.
They stop you from dying.
That's dead serious, like, painkillers. Jesus Christ, man. You alright?
Yeah.
I now believe you this is a very serious illness.
I have my cocodamol and I have my amoxicillin antibiotics. Ibuprofen and paracetamol were not working. Yeah. So that's our Deadpool. What if you had to give it to make it different from our letterboxed reviews? If you had to give it a letter grade, what would you give it?
How about this? That's what I'd rate it. I'd rate how bad can you get? How about this? And
that's how,
this is how you do it
at the end.
Yeah, and this is how you do it. I think it's a how about this.
How could you even?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to think of a rate. I'm gonna have to think of a rating system for my name because it does kind of work for it. Ever since you told me this is how you do it, I'm obsessed.
Jordi Steele, master of puns. I'd give this film.
B-.
Are we just working on minuses and pluses, or can we go like single letters?
Do you want to do single letters? I would
as
give
in,
it a
like,
B.
we can have A plus A minus, B plus B minus.
That's a lot.
Or we could just go plus and minus. I would go B minus, yeah.
Yeah.
B minus for Deadpool 2. Maximum.
What would that make it? How many F? Does F have pluses and minuses?
No, F is just. I think F is just 0. I'm not sure.
F.
I know. Why are we discussing this? Oh my. Can we change the podcast to The Unprofessionals?
B minus B. B plus. There's a lot. There's like 12. Okay, that's fine. I was just checking to make sure I didn't like contradict myself. So.
I feel like it could have been better. I was expecting more.
How many times have you seen Infinity War now?
I saw it the second time yesterday.
Alright.
And it was still really fucking good.
Yay. I seen it 3 times. I gave it a week and then I saw it again in IMAX and I fucking loved it. How was the framing, by the way, in standard? I've not seen it in standard yet. Did it look alright?
It was alright. I'm not really like I'm not bothered by that, but yeah.
Because I heard from a couple people that some of the shots look like a bit cropped, like because of it.
Yeah, because they filmed it in IMAX, didn't they? So
Yeah.
like they'd have to crop it to get it to format, which is a bit strange.
Just do an Avengers and put it in, but I suppose IMAX want it to be exclusive to them, so. But you could just do an Avengers and make it.
Be fucking massive. Avengers second best film of the year.
Oh,
Isle
Jesus.
of Dogs.
Jesus.
Wait. I'll get my list.
Avengers is the fifth, the fourth. Yeah,
You've seen a lot more films than me.
I have. Isle of Dogs, Phantom Thread, You Were Never Really Here, Avengers: Infinity War, and Unsane. Top 5. Fucking love Unsane, honestly.
Isle of Dogs is number 1. Avengers: Infinity War, A Quiet Place, Ready Player One, and Lady Bird.
Ew, Lady
You
Bird.
didn't like Lady Bird.
It's just so done before, man. Just
My bottom 5, going from highest to low: A Futile and Stupid Gesture, because I was disappointed by that.
a few times. Yeah. I hate that as well.
Pacific Rim Uprising,
Mine's is like middle. That's like in the middle of the list for me. But
Red Sparrow,
Mm-hmm.
Early Man, because Aardman, you fucked it. Chicken Run 2, best be the best, or what the fuck? Better be the best film ever. Otherwise, you fucked over your own studio. And coming in at number 18, Wrinkle in Time by Ava DuVernay.
Oh, what a great movie that is. My bottom 5 from the same highest to lowest: Mum and Dad, Sherlock Gnomes, Zombies, which is the Disney Channel original movie Zombies, which I accidentally watched because it was on in the same room as me, and I was studying for an exam, and it was just I was basically watching it while I was thinking, and my little brother was watching it because he likes.
Is that the one where they all have green hair?
Yeah, the zombies are green haired and the cheerleaders are pink.
A picture of that. I don't know where.
It's basically no one likes the zombies, and it's a metaphor for race relations in the United States. I'm joking, it's not, but it's like X-Men really when you think about it. It's like that. Also the last two, 1517 to Paris, because fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck your religion. I'd cut that out if I were you. A Wrinkle in Time.
Keep it in.
And A Wrinkle in Time, the masterpiece work of Ava DuVernay. Unblock me, Ava. Thank you.
She makes good films, though.
Like what?
Selma's a really good film.
Alright, son. There's a lot of feedback on my end today. I don't know what's going on.
That's going to be fun for me to...
Yeah, it's like... constantly, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to stop it.
Turn off your lights, maybe, or something?
I don't know. There's nothing on. I'm sitting in the dark. So... Unless it can't. No, I don't know if it's a computer. But hey, shall we end it here? Because this has been a really shit episode.
This has been
next week.
An intermediate episode.
Do you think so?
I guess. I don't know. It'll all change. We're gonna change it up. I don't know.
We're gonna change it. We're gonna change the format up. I thought we were planning to be more relaxed, were we not?
Yeah, we were gonna try and do a more relaxed episode, but then we can record last episode. So
we could
we're sort of
we're thinking timetable a discussion of some description, like just pick a topic and just talk about it instead of doing like a structured episode. But
if the 12 people that actually listen to this podcast could say anything about what they like about this podcast, or what they want changed,
we need to do something different, you know.
Because we always say comment down below, but you fucking never do.
This This is very depressing now. Don't attack your fans, man. Don't do that. Maybe we could just do, like, if we do, I think we can just do a discussion with maybe a bit added on at the end. We could talk about stuff we've seen.
And then we open up.
It'll work. We'll like it. We're gonna have a good time next week.
Gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a struggle, but it's gonna be a fun, because
next week when we discuss Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh yeah.
You better see that. On the first day. Or I will cry. On the first day. Yeah. Because I don't want to.
When's it coming out?
It comes out on Thursday. You could go see it at midnight.
Can I see it during the day on Thursday?
Yeah, we can just record on the Friday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, obviously.
I can't go to midnight showings anymore, man, because I won't be living in Edinburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Edinburgh.
Why did you leave?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Because I can't afford to live here anymore, because we're not making any money. Please sponsor us.
That's really scary. You just like, it's like someone whispering in my ear.
Please sponsor us.
This is the most I've spoken to someone for the last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you not speak to your parents?
I've outside my family. This is this is the most direct contact I've had with someone in a while. If we don't count texting.
My parents say I don't have a job, and I'm like,
I'm the owner of a really successful YouTube channel.
A film. Remember when we started Oh Hi Films to be like, oh, we want to make films.
Yeah.
Now we're just a podcast.
I'm gonna start a blog. I've decided that I need to fill out my time somehow. I'm just gonna learn how to write decently.
Going to learn how to write.
I'm gonna teach myself English over the summer holidays and learn how to write. So yeah, go to www.cameronhowisstupid.com.
This is how you do it.
This is how you do it. How to do films, but with an E. Hey, that makes sense. I need to think of something. Right.
Okay. Thank you everyone for listening.
Just existential crises.
This has been the midlife crisis of Oh Hi Films podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter.
We still enjoy doing these things.
We do.
We're just depressing people.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter at Oh Hi Films. You can follow our personal Twitters. He's a real Jordi Steele.
Yeah.
With an E, like real as in like a film reel.
We had to explain that every fucking time.
I'm at CamzoOG because I'm 12 years old apparently. We have an Instagram which I think gets updated every time we post a new episode, and we don't actually post any original content on. We have a Facebook where the same thing happens. Twitter doesn't do much either. It's just type in Oh Hi Films and something and you'll get it. iTunes, you could leave us a review there, if you're listening, like the one person listens through iTunes, I suppose. What else is there? We're on most podcast services. Just give us a listen,
We don't know which ones. We don't have a definitive list. We just type in Oh Hi Films podcast and see what Google comes. Yeah.
That's really depressing. We should really try harder. But who cares?
Sponsor us, please.
Thank you. We'll see you next week for Solo. Bye-bye.
Bye.